Hi there, I'm Edward Jones, so welcome back to Stairways to Lanakila. Today we'll continue to feature a triple tapus teams by the famous Japanese player Tofu. This team we are featuring this team for the second episode, but before that I had an exhibit match with the New York City players Joshua Lossi. Uh, that was a great set, and I think everyone should watch it. So the first game will be featured in his own channels, and the two games afterwards will feature in mine. So my opponents from Japan would have a team with Tunnel Flames, which is quite rare here. Incineron, Nahi Eagles, Circuitry, and Tabulele, and the Gotcham. So Nahi Eagle is definitely one of the great threats onto my teams. So I was anticipating he would bring Nahi Eagle and one of the fire type Pokemons here, which doesn't allows me to bring my own Celesteela very easily. But I guess I can use Gotcham and Celesteela here. And I would use Tapulele. Tapu Bulu might be a good choice after, but no. Fini, Skinny, Bulu. Yeah, I'll pick my Fini, because in case he brings two fire type Pokemons, I can do it with better. So one thing I want to announce in this episode is that I had already bought the round trip tickets to Melbourne for the International Challenge Oceania. So I hope to see you all in the venues, and yeah, let's see if we can play some good games. And yeah, my opponent is bringing the Night Eagle and Ten of Flames here, and I will bring in my Garchomps and Celesteela. So in the first turn, I guess there is a possibility of using Protect and Tailwind, but not really that necessary. But he would use a Flame Bliss onto the Celesteela in that. And I Eagle maybe using a Hidden Power Ice. So I stick to my plan, and we use the Earthquake Seals and do a Protect. So yes, not many of the players are announcing this trip to the Melbournes. It's mostly because the trip ticket is really expensive. So the Earthquakes comes in, and we shall see a focus edge on the Night Eagle. Luckily, it's not a Night Bot. Yes, it does. So here what I can do is to take an attack from the Tunnel Flames. I guess he would just continue to target the HP eyes onto my Garchomps and use Flabris onto my Celesteela. So just use a Protect here and switch out into Tapu Fini. Yeah, with the Celesteela you would kind of feel more comfortable against the poison types of Pokemons when you're using the Tapus here. Especially with this team, we have 3 Tapus featuring C. So a Protect here, will he use a Flabis? Yes, it does. And it goes in onto the Tapu Finis. And of course, an HP Ice. No, but it's a Power Jam. Double onto the Tapu Fini. So it wants to finish my Tapu Fini off. Oh no, I mean the Celesteela. Yeah, because most of the Celesteela stats would be quite defensive. So here, I guess he would continue his play. Probably he was using the sludge bombs and Brave Bird onto Godchums. So it might be a good choice to switch my Celesteela in and do a protect onto my Finny. So Tapu Skinny, you can see that Tapu Finny is indeed very thin. So Celesteela comes in. So Skinny used to protect. And yes, the Brave Bird onto the Finny. Wow, I kind of not anticipating that. And Power Gem did a lot of damage onto my Celesteela here. So next turn he'll use a Flare Blitz and Sludge Bombs onto Finny. So Finny still have a chance to survive that attack. So I continue to use a Protect and score onto the Lucky Eagle. So let's see. And unboosted Sludge Bombs. Yes, my Finny survives. So that's a great turn for me because I still have around one turn of Tailwind is out. But I guess he would just continue to sap up once again. So my Celesteela still have the opportunity to attack. But Circuitry comes in is not good news for me. So you could either use Discharge. That probably can knock both of my Pokemons off. But he may still have the chance to use. Yeah, I would stick to my. Yeah, I would just go for a double onto the Talonflames. In case he used the Tailwind, I can still knock one of his Pokemon off. Yes, the Tailwind goes off. But I guess Circuitry is going to attack my. Circuitry goes on to Celesteela, which is a good news for me, because Score should be able to finish the Talonflames here. So this was never a good sign for any teams here. And the Life Ops is on the Circuitry. So scoring onto the Talonflames. Yep. And easy knocked out. So Talonflame is still very fragile as usual. And this turn I need to pick one Pokemon on the field. Yeah, I guess Garchomp is still a little bit better. Anyway, 3 turns here. That would be a very tough. So if my Celesteela was knocked out last turn, I had a better chance because I don't allow his Talonflame to set up the Tailwind easily. Now let's see how many turns that I can survive. So a Protect from Garchomps and a Protect from the Finny. So to play safe, he kind of used the Dazzling Gleams and the Thunderbolt. Well, the Thunderbolt goes before the Gleams. So this is a kind of rare situation because I still need my Garchomps here. So if my Finny survives, I had a better chance. So Lele comes in, Protect fails, Thunderbolt, onto thingy, great. So the second beast boost here. Single target, Dazzling Gleam did not onto my Tapu Lele. But as Tapu Lele is choice of... So it's kind of mysterious in these situations. Circuitry could only have Thunder type attacks and also something like Tail Growth, but it's not likely in the current matters because Dazzling Gleams and Energy Ball could increase the coverage of the circuitry, but I still need to bet on that. I just use a Psychic on the circuitry, see if it can outspeed it eventually. So Talonflame is not as good in the current matches because the Gale Wings have been nerfed in this generation, but it still have the viability because Trick Room Setter is quite rare, still rare in this matters. So Tailwinds finally end. If circuitry is not having other attacks than the Thunderbolt, I may win, I guess. Maybe he will overpredict also. Yeah, overpredictions comes here. So still some chance for me here. Lucky chance. Alright. I don't want to tell me the results. Oh, it knocked it out. So maybe I have predicted correctly that he doesn't even have an attack other than Thunder typed. So a very close game from my side. There's definitely a big lesson for me. How to deal with this Talonflame in the team buildings afterwards. So a very unlucky games here. Yeah, sometimes your opponents may overpredict. So in this case, you need to play. You should not forfeit at any moment that you still have chance, like this one. So, not a very good game for me, but I still take it. And yeah, let's jump to the other games here. So I welcomed anyone would want to accompany me in Melbourne, try to share some of the rent from the hotel or hostels or Airbnbs. And anyway, we do see our opponents here. Is it from Japan? Yeah, I forgot. Anyway, with a team with the Pheromosa, Lahigo, another Lahigo, Tapu Lele, the Orangaroo, the Gigalith, and also the dog, the York dog, the dog with the sand boost. Yeah, boosting his speed under the sands. But yeah, kind of interesting team here. He can either use bring in the sand lead. That's kind of likely to happen. Yeah, the Lahi Eagle is still one of my nightmares in its team, but still not deal with it quite well, and I would bring in my Garchomps. I guess Tapu Boo and Tapu Lele. Alright, let's see how it goes. Akito, someone that probably coming from Japan. So you might ask why I bought this plane jacket so early, 3 months before. It's because basically the local airlines is doing and promotions which reduce the price. So we set up the psychic search here with a Tapulele Ferramosa. We still don't know what items the Ferramosa is holding, but Tapulele is probably not going to stay in the field. So I just go for the Ferramosa. There might be an ice beam coming from the Ferramosa. Switching into Tapulele, I think Tapulele can take this if it's not using the poison jabs. Of course, he might double into my Garchomps. So yes, he was switching out his Tapulele into Stotsland. So finally we see his name. So a U-turn, a clever U-turn. He might switch into Gigalith to boost his Stoutland's speed. Yes, it does. So I need to play very carefully from now on because his Stoutland basically outspeed my Scarf Tapulele. But the Heavy Slam did a lot of damage onto Gigalith, which is still a good news for me. So we still have four turns here. I guess I need to switch my Tapulele back to my Garchomp, so but Tapu Bulu's is also a good choice here. Yeah, I just continue to go for the Heavy Slam. Maybe he has a Z move of Rock type. Oh, I'm switching my Garchomp here first. So Garchomp's coming in. Will we see it Z move? Yes, it does. But this Z moves of Stoutland. What is it going to do? Oh, Gigavolt Harvard. Gosh. Luckily, I protect. So the Rock Slide is coming in. So kind of unexpected he would use a Z move here, but basically this is a Wild Charge boosted one. Yeah, Wild Charge boost Gigavolt Harvard. So I still need my Stealer. I'll switch into my Tapu Bulu. I don't really want his Gigalith to leave the field so early because bringing in either Tapu Lele or the Ferromosa won't do me any good. So Grassy Terrain set up. What do we see? Another Wild Charge. So minimum damage. Recoil. So I hope this move doesn't knock it out. I really do. Yeah, we shall see. So Stoutland going to take this Z move. And it KO knocked it out. Alright, Gigalith continue to use the Rock Slides. So Rock Slide doing a minimal damage onto guard chums. So without any boost, the Pheromosa would be the fastest Pokemon on the field. Sand damage does help me a lot. Breaking his sash. Before that, I need to remove my grassy terrains. So Pheromosa that comes in. Oh, I may not need to do so. So I will switch out my Tapu Bulu into my Celesteela and do a protect. Now I can still continue to Earthquake. If you use the Ice Beam, I can bring in my Scarf Tapu Lele, which is good. So then high jump kicked. And it knocks out. Okay, if I protect, he would receive a lot of damage. So I really don't like to use that move. Oh, but a Speed Beast boost. That would be a problem to me. That was a bad play. I forget the speed boost once again. So Tapu Lele coming in. I can either double into the Pheromosa, forget about the Gigalith. There's the Gigalith and another Lele. With a Beast Boost, it can knock my Celesteela out. So he might actually forget about my Lele and just use a high jump kicks onto my Celesteela. Yeah, but he's going to use a protect anyway. So another rock size comes in. Oh, Lele doesn't got hit by this. Yeah, I would just double into the Pheromosa anyway. Either it's a high jump kick or not, but we do see a U-turn, which hits the Celesteela. Kind of doesn't understand what he's doing, because with that he's losing his speed beast boost, and he might, yeah, kind of. It's a range play here. So Dazzling Gleam plus the Heavy Slam should finish the Tapu Lele. Then we may see a Heavy Slam onto my Lele. But it's still a Rock Slide. Oh, that's a lot. So Tapu Bulu was kind of threatened by the Pheromosa, by the poison jab. So there are two things that he can do: is poison jabbing the Tapu Bulu hoping for a knockdown or attacking the Steelers. But in that case, I need to take the Giggly first. Yeah, I protect my Steeler here. And do a Hornage onto the Gigalith. Because my double build is kind of invest a lot in defense, and I don't think the Feramusa with oh, we see the protect. That's the great thing that I want to see here. So Hornage comes in. So next turn I would probably do a substitute and a heavy slam. So if he targets into my tapu boots, he's going to lose this match. And if not, yeah, I'll still continue. Right, have slams and substitutes. So luckily Veromus, oh, this is my second advice. Do not use the high jump kicks. Once again, repeat after me. Do not use the high jump kick. And the third time to reinforce this into the memory. Do not use the high jump kicks. So 2 games here, and yeah, probably this will end the Christmas holidays together with it. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and please feel free to give me a like here, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.